Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Monty Patreon. It's early, it's really windy, and it's cold. I'm at the Carson Pass trailhead, and I want to hike to Lake Winnemucca and try to catch some brookies. It's only about a 2-mile hike. I want to get up there and try to get some alpine lake fishing in for you today. I'm going to get to hiking before I freeze out here because it's chilly. So let's go. Here's where we're going, Winnemucca Lake. And we're in the Mokelumne Wilderness. And eventually I'm gonna hike to 4th of July Lake. It's just farther. You gotta get up over a pass and drop down. There's supposed to be some rainbows in there. But today we're just gonna do this easy shot. It's close. And hopefully we'll get in some good fishing. After hiking probably around 25 to 30 miles the last couple weeks, I'm taking a light week this week because the Eastern Sierra is going to start real soon. But I have this hike is on my hiking playlist. I have another Lake Winnemucca fishing clip on my Backcountry Creeks and Lakes playlist if you're interested in seeing that, if you haven't seen it already. But why see that when I can maybe catch some new fish today? I'm already seeing the snow on the trail. I don't want to go through this today. And there's the Mokelumne Wilderness. I think I got 6 or 7 wilderness areas on my YouTube channel hiking and fishing playlist. I want to hit the Eastern Sierra soon, but man, that snow right there, not too far higher than me, makes me wonder about the trails. There's Frog Lake. I read there's rainbows in there, but I talked to a ranger last time I came, and he said that there's nothing in there. All the fish died after a bad winter. So I'm assuming this winter ain't gonna be any better. But I could see white caps and spray slapping it up against the other shore. So fishing might be a little tough today. Crap! This is not what I was expecting. It's been hot, finally. But obviously not hot enough. So the route right here is pretty good. I'm assuming Lake Winnemucca's right over this rise because I've been hiking for a while. So I don't want to have to find my way today. I'm too tired to find my way. I got no trail. It's not that way. There. Ugh. There is trail. 2 weeks ago, this would probably be find your way. Creeks, snow. If it can just stay like this, we're good though. Almost there. Winnemucca Lake, there's still ice on the lake in the back section of the lake, and there's a lot of snow back there. I like to fish over there, and I'm probably gonna head over there because it looks like there's some wind breaks. But I'm gonna fish right here for right now because the wind's blasting over this rise right here, and it looks like there's a pretty good wind break right there. I gotta be careful on the snow around the lake. I can already see a few patches. There's a lot of stuff like that where if you slip, you're going straight into the water. I can't fish that. I'm cut off over there from getting to the back by that big snowbank. So I'm pretty much bottled into here and on the other side of that. So that's what we got to work with. Let's start working. Because it's so windy, and if I remember correctly, the last time I fished here, a lot of the fish I caught were really deep. Even though I've seen 2 risers, I did get fish on nymphs, but they're really finicky. So I put a woolly bugger on because the wind is horrendous. And I want my fly to sink quick before my line gets blown around. It's gonna be easier for me to detect strikes. So my woolly bugger is gonna sink a lot faster. and then I can get down to where the fish are. And there's some decent sized brook trout in here, man. I've been casting for a while. I just got my first good hit where I saw the fish flash down there. And I'm just fishing on this high rock because the wind's at my back and it's easy. But that was definitely a strike. But I don't know if he's gonna hit again because I got a piece of that guy. Got a nice brookie on the line. See, there's nice brook trout in this lake. It's only a 2-mile hike. And they're down deep, just like last time. And this guy, I almost lost him because I was trying to turn the camera on. Yeah, see, this to me is a quality brook trout for an alpine lake. Let me get my hand wet. I'm gonna show this guy to you really quick. I mean, that's a quality fish. If you're eating brookies, this is good eating right here. And this water is ice cold. Ooh, he shot out. All right, we're on the board. It's actually easier to fish with the woolly bugger than it is with this jig, but I just got a hit on the jig. So no matter how hard it is to detect a strike, I'll stick with it. But the wind is making this jig fishing. I'm lucky I got the 1/16 ounces because if I was rocking the 132s, it would be almost impossible to cast that thing and check my line because my line just has a big bow and I'm just watching my line for bites. And I got an instant hit the first cast I made. I think I could pick one up here. There we go. There we go. He's not a huge one, but they're down deep, man. I had a couple fish rise and they wouldn't hit my woolly bugger. There he is. It's a fish though. We're on the board, we're catching fish. It's windy and it's tough, but I'm over this really deep water and there's brookies down deep. And when brookies are down deep, if you know how to get them, it's all good. Man, it's dialed on this jig. That was the very next cast. I'm just letting it get down deep and it looks like that's where the fish are. There's that little brookie. Though that's the size brookie I'm used to catching in alpine lakes. I couldn't even get that jig. The very next cast, I couldn't even get it down to the bottom. Like I just saw my line tighten up. The wind's really blowing my line. But I saw my line tighten up and I just set the hook. Like I said, when you're fishing these jigs and it's sinking, if you see anything suspicious, you just gotta set the hook. And I'm using this 1/16 ounce speckled gray. I got this on Amazon. It's the Power Bait brand. Let's do one more. I want to show you the hook set so you can see what I'm doing. So there's this huge bow in my line and I'm just watching the bow, and if I see it swim in that direction, I just set the hook. I thought I saw something. I don't know. Don't embarrass me. I said every cast. Ooh, oh, I had one. I didn't set the hook. I should have set the hook. I didn't set the hook. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Fish at every cast. We'd have to go look for some bigger ones though. There's a lot of these small fish down there. Oh, the hook just fell out. That was good. Get my hand wet. Beautiful little brookie. All right, I'm making fish in every cast claims here. I didn't get a good cast there. I didn't throw it out far enough. But this cast counts. We're gonna try to get a fish here. Let it sink, let it sink. Now I'll start jigging. Watch that loop in my line. Nope, nothing on there. Every other cast. A lot of times when you fish brookies, there'll be brookies right on the shore. Like when I fished that Clip and Moat Lake and other lakes, that's not how this lake fishes. The brookies are down deep. There's risers, and the ones that are rising don't really want my lure or my flies. It's the ones that are way down deep that I can usually catch. Nothing. Shut out 2 casts in a row. This lake is done. God, this action is just non-stop. It is non-stop. Once I got this jig out there, man, there are just fish cruising. There we go. It's one of the nice, colorful brookies. Beautiful fish. I love that shade of blue when the hard snow goes into the lake. Cool. You know what? I think I'm going back to my rock. The inlet's right over there. It's really shallow. It's kind of deep right here, but I can't see my line as good as when I'm up on that elevated platform. I'm trying this other spot, but man, the wind over here is just too much. Like it's just blowing waves. You can see waves in my line. It's not very good for fishing. I'm gonna wrap this up soon because it's cold. I haven't even videoed the last 4 or 5 fish I've caught because I'm just catching so many. So I'm not even gonna show even what I videoed so far just because I'm catching so many fish. And it's just, I don't know, it's just really cold and I kind of want to leave because I'm freezing to death. And this wind just blows, man. Let's make another cast here and see if we can't get another hook set on video. But yeah, I caught a couple. I got another one and it was swimming around and I didn't want to get my hand wet, man. So I just like let him swim around until he fell off the hook. And they're hitting it before it even hits the bottom. I'm letting it go down deep. I'm not on my rock. My rock's over there. This is my vacation rock. But there seems to be fish here too. All right. A couple times I've got to do my first jig and the fish is just there. There we go. There we go. That'll end the day. It's a nice one too. Might as well end the day with a good fish. Started with a good fish, end it with a good fish. Ooh, get in there, get in there. Let me get him wet. Get my hand wet. And this is a good brook trout right here. I call that a good brookie for an alpine lake. And if it wasn't so cold, I'd sit here and try to catch something even bigger. But I'm getting some nicer fish now. I know I quit. I said I quit and I was done, but I've caught 3 more fish since then, and they've all been about this size. So you know what? I'm gonna make another cast. It sounds like I can just catch 100 fish. I've only been fishing for like an hour. So at this pace, I could catch 100 fish today if I just kept fishing. But I'm going to quit. Eventually, I'm gonna quit. I've already quit. It didn't take. That first quit didn't take. And since the last few fish I've caught were good size, I mean, who walks away from that? Suddenly, I'm not so cold. All right, I'm making one more cast. And then I'm gonna quit because my jig's falling apart and I don't want to tie another one. And that last couple fish I caught really got my hand cold. But the fish are down deep. I mean, that's what it is. I've seen a couple risers. Oh, there we go. I've seen a couple risers. Other than that, I got the formula, man. I'm in the zone. I've unlocked the secret and I'm giving up now. I gotta go. There we go, get her back in the water. Gale force winds right there. I want everyone to know I did quit after that last fish I just showed. But I caught like 15, 17 fish in an hour. And I didn't even video 5 or 6 of them because they weren't that big and I just didn't turn the camera on. I didn't want to hassle with it. So I caught so many fish, I'm probably not even going to show them all. I'll probably show, 6, 7. Keep the video within reason. Because there's going to be a lot more brook trout fishing. So Winnemucca Lake is really good, and there's some nice brookies in here. And I would really be into staying and fishing until I got something else that was really good. But man, it is blasting wind and freezing up here. And it's the end of July, but it is cold. And I'm bitter I don't have jeans on, and I'm bitter I don't have like my red thing that I always wear that's got holes in it. So I hope you enjoyed this trip out to Winnemucca Lake. The fishing was hot. I had a great time. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.